Hi Scorpio, this is your reading with me for Twin Flames October 2020. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are keeping safe. I hope everything is okay for the most part. Happy birthday to those of you Scorpios that have birthdays in October. Happy birthday for your sun signs. So let's see what's coming through in this reading. We've got a lot of activity astrologically in October. You've got also Mercury retrograde in your sign. There's just a lot, in all honesty, that October is bringing. But we are in the last quarter of this year, all right? So we're just going to say it's, 2021 is approaching. So I also want to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will be in the description box below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention, intention bracelets are on Etsy as well. So these are handmade by me. Ta-da! They're meditated with and they're saged. And they are there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. Woo! So I'm wearing a love one, a soulmate one, a twin flame one, and also a singles one as well. And there's so many other bracelets on there for different areas of your life, evil eye, protection, health and happiness, career, confidence, and there's teas on there. There's also embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, wallet, or your purse, crystals. Yeah, so do check out my Etsy store. Link will be in the description box below. International shipping, and the review section is on there as well. So do check out what other people have written if you'd like to. Cool. So let's begin. So Scorpio, let's have a look. Okay, there was a card that literally just flew over. So we got the Fool. Okay. It's the Fool. The Fool. This is very interesting because the Fool is Uranus energy. It's a little bit spontaneous and rebellious, all right? And the Fool can sometimes be so spontaneous that it gives you a headache. So you might feel like your twin flame is just being so spontaneous in October and is doing things just so out of character and just like they might tell you like, oh, I'm doing this, and then the next second they do something completely different. It's like, huh? What are you doing? Excuse me, hello? Are you saying, did you say the same thing to me that you just said a second ago? That's the kind of energy that we pick up here. And then came out another major arcana, which is Temperance, followed by another one, which is your energy, Death card. I just feel like you might get sick and tired of your twin flame's behavior here. But I do see a bit of a transformation, okay? So the Fool here is about, being free, just like doing your own thing. This is about you just feeling like, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing now. It's almost like, for some of you, you've been waiting in this situation and just been wanting things to come together and for you and your twin flame to come together in a really beautiful situation, and then their words and actions are just so different and it's so complicated and you just sometimes don't understand them. Can also be that perhaps your twin flame is emotionally unavailable, right? So you crave this really deep, strong connection, and on the other hand, they're not able to express half of what you need, right, on the plate. So it becomes difficult, it becomes challenging. Temperance card here is about waiting. Patience is a virtue, like, oh, I just wait a little bit longer, see what happens, but then you constantly feel disappointed. This is the energy, right, where you're constantly sort of like waiting for things to get better, and then you're constantly disappointed, and you're like, wait a second, huh? So the Death card here is also about breaking out of cycles, right, breaking out of these, like, as I mentioned with the other water signs, these loop-de-loops. It's like this. It's not even like a proper roller coaster, but it's like the loop-de-loop in a roller coaster. It just keeps going round and round. By the end of it, you're like, oh my god, I'm getting a headache. Like, I need to get out of this. So that's what October can bring you, okay? And to be honest, with a Mercury retrograde, again, people can do things that are a little bit out of character, and they can like say like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, do this, and then they do the complete opposite. The communication errors can happen during this time as well. You may also have miscommunications. Knight of Pentacles. Still, there's a transformation happening here because you've got like the Death card, but you've also got the Knight of Pentacles. I just feel like they're really slow to progress to the level that you need them to be at. So it's something to keep in mind. Just saying. But Seven of Wands, you're sort of getting a little bit frustrated with something here, and you're thinking to yourself like, what more do I need to do? What more do I need to do? The truth is, you don't need to do more. You just need to redirect that energy back to yourself, and that will help the twin flame connection to progress. Okay, so the Seven of Wands here is you trying to work at this connection, trying to find out like, okay, what are you doing? how are you? You might be like stalking them on social media, finding out like, you know, what they're doing all the time, or trying to find out like the littlest things. But the truth is, you don't need to be doing any of that. All you need to do is authentically be yourself and to focus on yourself. And I know that sounds really crazy, but that's what brings you this transformation of feeling good, and also your twin flame being a little bit more authentic and a bit more progressive towards you. The idea is not to get too attached. I know some of you might be like, oops, a bit late for that, but yeah, it's true, right? See? This is the energy that I'm trying to explain. The more attached you get, the more the situation, the twin flame connection, can seem like it's going in the opposite direction, it's running away. All right? The more you detach, the more it comes to you. And that is the twin flame connection. Okay, this is not just about you running after your twin. This is also about what you're doing for yourself. That's so important in a twin flame connection. It's not always about them. I hate to break it to you. They're not the center of the universe, okay? So this Four of Cups here shows, you know, roles can be reversed. The Lovers is ruled by Gemini. It's a twin flame card because, of course, Gemini is about the twins. This here shows that this can be you, but this can also be your twin flame. Okay, so if, say, for example, this is your twin flame doing their own thing, you're the one that's constantly bringing this cup towards them. Whereas if you just do this, they will start to do this, right? So that's a role reversal, which I think is interesting. So you might just get really sick and tired of like waiting and being like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? But then, you know, as soon as you sort of just stop waiting, you do your own thing, you focus on you, even though it's a challenge, you can start to reverse this energy, which means that they can come towards you a little bit more, communicate with you a little bit more. And of course, it depends how you do this, because I'm reading for so many people at one time, right? But I will tell you, Scorpio, it's possible, all right? It is possible and it can happen because it depends on your energy. Honestly, you know what's going to sound really crazy is honestly not giving any BS in this situation is oftentimes what makes it come together. I know that sounds so crazy. And it's oftentimes like when people really want money in their lives and they're just focusing on that, it doesn't really tend to happen. But when their objective is something else, then they start to find like, oh my God, it's all flowing in, right? Sometimes you get things when you least expect them or when you really don't care that it's coming into your life. And that is literally what I think of as with twin flame connections. You know, I've been there myself. It happens when you literally could not care less. And that is because your energy is at a completely different level. And that's what I feel is going to happen here, is that you're going to get to this point where you just literally could not care less, right? And that brings in communication. It brings in this sense of, okay, now my twin is taking action. But you got to stay in that vibe. You got to continue to do you, right? That's how it is. That's how it's got to be. I know it's hard work. But remember, it's a choice to entertain a twin flame connection. It's a choice. You don't have to entertain a twin flame connection. You don't have to... Sorry, one of my Mercury cards just fell on the floor. I feel like this is a sign. I feel like we should take that card that just fell on the floor, okay? So I'm going to just grab that card. Some of you might be like, what are you doing? But, you know, you've got all of the cards now because you've got 3 to finish off our spread. You've got Mercury 1 on the floor here. Oh, how interesting. This is kind of funny, actually. It says here, I need time. Okay, so it's the one that actually fell on the floor. So we've got here the Queen of Cups. I'm going to shuffle another Mercury card out as well, because what's really interesting is that this card actually came out for the Pisces reading, and then I put it straight on top, and obviously I didn't shuffle the cards, so when I was shuffling these, I kind of just knocked that top card off, so that's the reason why it's come through, but I didn't actually shuffle those cards, you know what I mean? So I'm going to shuffle again and get another card out. So Queen of Cups, which is you, got the Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, just saying. Put that there. And the Nine of Swords. This is your stress, your tension, your worry, your anxiety, feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to get better, am I going to do better? Is there anything, like, what should I be doing? What should I not be doing? You should be limiting this, okay? Limiting stress, limiting anxiety, limiting your worries, because that's not necessarily what's going to bring forward this connection. What tends to bring on this connection is just feeling rested, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling content, feeling blissful, flowing, you know, and allowing everything to just flow like a river. Even if you feel like this person is not interested in you, still let everything flow like a river. You know what I mean? Be you, and don't force the river to flow in a certain direction. I think that's really important as well. Queen of Cups, like, let things just naturally flow. You know, if they don't like you for who you are, you got an answer, right? And you got to just be in your own energy. They'll come to you. They'll come to you, okay? Sometimes the universe will bring things to you. They'll deliver at your doorstep rather than you having to constantly chase. That's really important as well. Sometimes just not caring enough is what brings you the result. I'm basically telling you, Scorpio, don't care about it. Okay, because, as Scorpios, and I have my Venus in Scorpio, as Scorpios, there's this intense energy of like wanting it now, all or nothing, right? Feeling so deeply invested that you think to yourself, how can someone else not be so deeply invested? That's the Scorpio energy. That's the Scorpio trait, whether you're a sun, moon, rising, or a Venus sign. You have that need, in that sense of needing all or nothing, having something so deep and so profound that you can't understand how other people don't want it that way. So what I will say here is feel your emotions. Do not run away from them. But also know that at some point, you got to put a lid on it and you got to focus on other things, right? Because life is not all about your twin flame. That's also very important to mention. Before your twin flame, there was a life that you had. Okay, so you want to lessen this 9 of Swords, and you want to focus more on yourself and the amazing qualities you do have and the amazing value that you bring to the table, and let everything flow like very, very naturally like a river. They need time, as we can see here, which is obviously very obvious. They need time to figure things out here because they seem to be a little bit blind at times. So literally not caring is the vibrational energy that sort of brings this all together, but also feeling your emotions at the same time, not just like running away from your emotions, I think is really important. So we've got here 2 cards. It says, you make me feel blessed. All right. And it says here, be patient with me, please. You have been patient, and they still want you to be patient. Sometimes you got to understand where your limit is as well, okay? Because they need time here. Be patient with me. I need time. You do make them feel blessed, right? But how much of that are they communicating with you? They make you feel that, but are they telling you that, right? Again, that emotional sort of unavailable kind of energy is coming through. I feel like as a Scorpio, you need someone to tell you, you make me feel blessed. You make me feel good. I want to spend more time with you. I want to do this. I want to do that. You need that emotional availability, okay? So it's just something to keep in mind. So you make them feel this way, whether they're going to tell you or not. Completely different situation. I just feel like the less you care, the more they come forward, and that is unfortunately the truth of October. That's Mercury retrograde also speaking quite strong. So this is your reading, Scorpio. No, it's not. Hold on a second. Okay, envelope messages. Oh, isn't this interesting? I need space. You've got that there as well. Need space. You've got here, I'm sorry that things are hard. And you've got, I know I'd come to you. That's Selena Gomez song. I know I'd come back to you. Do, 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 do. Let them come to you, okay? Without you stressing about that. Let them come to your doorstep. Let them put in the effort. Let them do something. There are so many avenues to reach a person in this modern day and age that they can do it, okay? It's not like back in the olden days where it was different, okay? There are so many avenues to reach a person, to find a person online, through social media, through coming to their place or trying to figure out through, other people at your work environment or through friends and family members. Like, my God, there are so many ways that someone can contact you, even if you've blocked them, okay? Even if you disappear off the radar completely, like they could try and find, your family members online and try and message them and trying to, ask for your info. Like, there are so many ways, okay? So let them just come to you. That's the biggest thing I want to say, especially if you have been blocked, or if you have blocked them, right? Like, there are so many avenues, and sometimes in the universe will do things that you just don't even recognize. All right, so I just think that's really important here for me to mention here, Scorpio. This is about energy into yourself, breaking those loop-de-loop cycles, and knowing that the universe will deliver. But also, there can be communication here when you literally don't give anything. You know what I mean? So this is your reading. It's a pretty significant reading, I will say. So yeah, take care, stay safe. All the information is in the description box below. And yes, that is that. All right, bye.